Hey, what are you doing? Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Hey, What Are You Doing? A podcast brought to you by me. Today, I have my first ever guest, a very special guest. She has been my best friend since 2018, when I started working with her at one of our jobs.
I hated her.
She didn't like me at first.
I did not. She walked in and I said, "Who's this girl?" And I'm like, "She likes Netflix, the gym, and her dogs." How basic. And then I self-reflected and I realized those were all my 3 favorite things too.
And then she knew immediately that I was going to be in her life forever. Who knows if that's for the best or for the worst.
I'm stuck with her now.
She is. So everyone say hi to Hayley.
Hello.
A lot of people in my life know her as Work Hayley because I have a couple friends named Hayley. So this is Hayley. We've been working together, like I said, since 2018, which is a very long time. We've worked for 2 different companies together now. Agency life really bonds people together.
Trauma bond. Let's just say we're coworkers turned besties because we have bonded over our trauma and love.
Anyway, so today we are going to interview Hayley about her life and what she has been up to recently. Because, again, this podcast is all about what real people are doing in their real lives right now.
And I'm a real person.
She is. She is not AI. I can confirm. We are going to start with some fun questions. And to start us off, we're just going to get into it. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
What is your favorite TV show, movie, or book currently?
So if you know me, and everyone who knows me knows that I live and die for reality TV. A huge reality TV junkie. And so I can't really pick just one because I love them all. But right now, currently I'm watching Below Deck Med, 90 Day The Single Life just started, 1,000 Pound Sisters, and Vanderpump Rules is about to start up again. So I am invested in those currently. And they just bring joy to my soul.
I wish I could relate. She also wishes I could relate because she can't ever talk to me about it because I don't watch any of those shows.
Yeah, Becca's someone I talk to almost daily, and when I need to download someone on what I just watch and how I need to share that information with someone, and Becca can't relate to me, it really just makes me question our friendship sometimes, but I keep her in my life.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. How would you describe your current phase of life in 3 words?
I'm thankful you sent me these questions beforehand because I would not have been able to come up with this on the spot. So with the time I had to think about this.
We love a prepared queen.
Anxiety. I would say the 3 words that describe my current phase of life would be confusing, transformative, and empowering.
We love that. Well, you're welcome for sending you the questions ahead of time so that we all know what we're talking about.
Can I just say, can we just pause for a second?
Yeah.
Because I'm still laughing inside and trying to hold it in that Alexa just decided to play Juicy J, I Don't Mind, in the middle of our interview.
Out of nowhere?
Yeah, so random.
No one said anything to her.
No.
She needs to get a life. This girl's got a mind of her own when I tell you. Sometimes, I don't know who's telling her to play, but sometimes I'll be in the living room and in the bathroom, the one in the bathroom will just start playing white noise. Out of nowhere.
Oh, I don't like that.
It's so fun.
That's ghost. Definitely ghost.
For sure. Anyway, can you tell me a little bit about yourself and what a typical day looks like for you?
I sure can. So I guess a little synopsis about myself. If I had to pitch myself to someone in a very boring way, it would be that I'm 31 and I'm about to be 32 on the 19th of January. Shout out to all my fellow Capricorns. I'm married. I'm a stepmom. I have 2 dogs. In the last year, I have totally transformed my life by having weight loss surgery. And I also recently became a non-homeowner because we decided to sell our house and play life by ear for the next year. So yeah, that's been fun. And then I guess for work, which really isn't important in the sense of this interview, but because it's interesting, I will tell you that I'm a user experience designer. So a lot of people don't know what that is, but it's basically designing experiences for people to make things more user friendly. So think about how you interact with your Netflix account and choose different things. Someone's designing that. That's what I do. Not for Netflix, I wish. But along those lines, that's what I do. And then I really love a good protein coffee. I have one almost every day. So that's me. That's Hayley.
Incredible. Can I just say that I really love that you talked about yourself as a person before you talked about yourself as a career. Like, I really like that you put your personal life first over your career first. A lot of people will be like, hey, I'm 30 and I'm a social media manager. But you talked about yourself first. Props.
I've been working on that, actually. I feel like that's not who I have been in the past. I think work has been really consuming of my life. So I'm proud of myself for not using that as my whole identity too.
2024, the year of self.
Empowerment.
Yes. As Hayley mentioned, she had weight loss surgery recently. So today we are going to focus on that a little bit when we are asking her some questions. So first question is, what drew you to weight loss surgery?
Loaded question. Answer, I guess. Loaded answer. So all my life I have always been overweight. I've always been the fat girl, the chunky girl. I never really let it stop me from doing anything, but it definitely has always been something that was like in the back of my mind, and like I couldn't never not think about my size when I was doing things. So losing weight has always been on my mind since I don't even know, as long as I can remember. But I think what really finally drew me into realizing that weight loss surgery was an option was, first, I saw a TikTok of someone who was similar to my size at the time and went through and had the weight loss surgery in Mexico. And it cost like $5,000. In my mind, before I knew any information, did any research, I thought you had to be like 600 pounds. And I thought weight loss surgery was like 50 grand to have done. So I never thought that that would be an option. But after seeing that TikTok, I went down a rabbit hole of researching, and I discovered that weight loss surgery it's expensive if your insurance doesn't cover it, which mine did not, but it wasn't as expensive as I thought, and I thought it was worth the investment. So I decided to go through with it. That whole year, the last 2 years before I had the surgery, I think I struggled a lot with depression and just not liking myself, and just consistently seeing my health get worse every year. Like I had high cholesterol. I was on the like 0.01 or 0.1 away from having type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and different things like that. And so seeing that getting worse every year kind of gave me the realization that I needed to do something. But also I think all of those things kind of contributed to my depression, and I was just depressed. And I think it was just because I didn't like the way I looked. I was so worried about what my friends and family would think if they saw me, and how much weight I'd gained since the last time I saw them, how poorly I was taking care of myself. I stopped hanging out with a lot of my friends, and I just rarely visited family because I was too embarrassed. Basically hung out with like 3 different people for a few years. And then with my feelings, I spent time coping them. I spent a lot of time coping my feelings with food and laying in bed, and I was just not myself. because in my, not previous life, but before depression, I used to be such a social and active person, and while my weight and what people thought about me was always something I had to think about because it's just ingrained in me. I never let it stop me from doing things, and I don't really know why that changed or where that changed. Because also, like, the year that I became depressed was the same year that I also essentially, in my mind, made it. And what I thought a lot of people would see as me being successful. So I got the job out of college. I was working in a career field that I went to college for. I moved out of my small hometown. I was married and I owned a home. And so really, like, I should have been on cloud nine because in my mind, those are all the things that I needed to have to, like, make it in life. But with the fun way that depression and anxiety works, I came to the realization that it does not care about those material things, and it really wrecked my life and my health, because I just stopped taking care of myself. So, long story short, that is why I decided to have weight loss surgery. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Anytime. Anytime I will come to any TED Talk that you want to have.
I love them. I love a TED Talk.
Mm-hmm. We love a good rant or monologue as well.
Yeah.
I love a good soapbox. I could get on one about a lot of things. Anyway, so what do you think is a common misconception that people have about weight loss surgery? Because, to be honest, before you had it, I think I only knew one person, and that was years ago. And so I think I had one version of it in my mind, and then you and another one of my friends got it within a year of each other. And it really changed my perspective. So if you would like to talk about misconceptions that people have, I think that would be great.
Yeah, I think the most common misconception that people have about weight loss surgery is just that it's the easy way out. You'll hear a lot of bariatric patients talk about how it's not. And I agree with it fully. It's not the easy way out. But I also, like, prior to doing any research or, like, really knowing what weight loss surgery had anything to do with or entailed, I thought that you didn't really have to work hard to lose the weight, or that you didn't, that you had to be like 500 pounds or more to actually have it. So yeah, I just think people don't think that you actually have to put the work in, or that you don't have the willpower to lose the weight yourself, but that's definitely not the case. I could talk about this all day, but it's just not the easy way at all. I tried what other people would consider not the easy way out for basically my whole life since I was a teenager, and that didn't work for me. I'm doing literally the exact same things that I did in the past when I was trying to lose weight, except for now I have a tool that actually works and can help me keep it off. I also just didn't know that weight loss surgery was an option for someone who was 318 pounds. Like I said before, I thought you had to be 500 plus pounds to actually have it. Like, I had only ever known or seen people that had weight loss surgery that were on my 600-pound life or 1,000-pound sisters. So I thought you had to be like that overweight to get it, but that's not the case. They really just, I think they go off BMI. I don't remember exactly, but there's people who 230 pounds maybe, and they're able to have it. It just depends on your situation and if you have any comorbidities, and that will determine whether or not you're eligible. So it's a lot more, what's the word? Not approachable, but attainable. It's more attainable than people think, and it's not the easy way out. You definitely have to work. You have to change your diet, your entire lifestyle. You have to still exercise. That's what's going to keep your metabolism going, and just keep your body in good shape in general and help you continue to burn fat and just be a healthy human. So it's not the easy way out. That's all I have to say. Mic drop. We can end the interview. I'm just kidding.
16 minutes in and we are done. No, I will say that you getting it and like being involved heavily in someone's life who did have it made me realize too, like we would go out to eat and you, like for the longest time, you couldn't even eat solid food. And this is obviously not anywhere near what you went through, but a couple months after you had it, I had my wisdom teeth out and I couldn't eat solid food for like one whole week, and you did it for weeks on end, and I don't know how you did. Like that was so hard for me just even for 1 week. So like the fact that you were able to do that and then transition to, I mean, it wasn't just pure liquid, but it still wasn't the shit that we were eating before. And now even like a year out, like, I mean, you get so full so fast. So, and also you've had to, it's not just the eating part. Like I've seen you, start exercising more and enjoying your life more. And just from the outside looking in, like seeing you go from someone who was sad and, not really, like we didn't hang out. There's a period of time I felt like we didn't hang out as much as we had been. And seeing your confidence grow throughout the last year and like how much you glow now when you go out and like, I don't know, you're a whole new person. So I'm very proud of you, and it's been fun journey for me to watch you take, and I'm glad that you brought me on it.
Thank you. I do feel like a whole new person, and I will say when Becca had her wisdom teeth out, I gave her all the tips on the soft foods because I did, before my surgery, I had to spend a week on just clear liquids, so water, broth, Jello, popsicles was my diet for a whole week, plus 1 protein shake a day. And then after surgery, it was that same diet minus the protein shake. I could only have protein water. And then that was for a week. Week after that, I went to full liquids, which was like protein shakes and pudding plus clear liquids. And then soft foods, so pudding, mashed potatoes, soup, eggs, scrambled eggs. And then finally I could start working in like solid foods, but it's definitely a transition. You definitely have to take it seriously because if you don't, you could potentially have problems with the way your stomach's healing, and you don't want that. You don't want to have surgery again. So it's hard, but it's worth it. If you put in the work. You'll see very good results.
And I bet I'm just going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say the hardest part of the whole thing was that you couldn't have Diet Coke for a very long time.
And honestly, I'm probably not supposed to have Diet Coke right now either, but it could not make its way back into my life. So here we are. I try to limit it.
Yeah.
I try to limit it.
She did walk in with a zero Gatorade today instead of a Diet Coke. And then I had to pull out my zero Gatorade to match.
I came in, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I came in with a small bag of Doritos.
I was trying to leave that part out.
Well. And a Gatorade Zero, and then Becca went into her kitchen and came out with her bag of Doritos and Gatorade Zeros. Yep. So we're very commonly the same in the way we do things, and I think that's just funny.
Yes, and actually, if you could let us know what your favorite Dorito is. She did walk in with the blue bag. I have the purple bag. We all know we all love the red bag. So let us know what your favorite Dorito flavor is. Okay, well, besides always talking to me and we have many forms of communication. I think we can be talking on Instagram, Facebook, texting, and TikTok all at the same time.
And it's all different things.
Yes.
Imagine our attention spans.
Very short. So, besides that, what is taking up most of your time these days?
I hate this so much because you literally gave me a compliment at the top of this interview when I didn't start describing myself with my job, but it's work. Work is what takes up most of my time. And I think it's because I am such a perfectionist and I'm just very competitive, and I can't not have my work not be the best. So it consumes me. But I am trying to focus a little more on stepping away and not letting it consume my entire being when I'm not physically working. But it is a work in progress.
And for anyone wondering, she is an Enneagram 3. So it would make sense.
I am.
That
And a Capricorn.
I don't know what that means, but I do know what the Enneagram is.
Capricorns are just known for being hard workers, organized. Yeah. Why do you think we set New Year's resolutions in Capricorn season?
Wow, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Look at that. We still need to do ours. I actually don't know if I'm going to do a resolution or just like the vision board and just see where this year goes.
You don't know if you're going to do a vision board?
No, I don't know if I'm going to do a resolution.
Oh.
Like I might just do a vision board like as a vibe instead of like the last couple of years we've done like save this much money and work out this many times and stuff like that. I think maybe this year I'm just going to go for more.
Yeah, it never works.
No, it doesn't. It does not. So I think this year I might just go for like what I want my aesthetic to be this year.
Yeah. I think I'm going to do something different too whenever we finally get together because I also haven't come up with a resolution this year. I did come up with a word. It's consistency.
Why?
Because I need to be consistent.
We only do the deep conversations here.
Yeah. No, I just like earlier in the year, I got some difficult news, some life-changing news, and that kind of just threw me off my path in the journey that I've been on with my health and just my general glow up. And so I have fallen off being consistent just with my weight loss journey and kind of just, I was really starting to put myself first and just I don't know. I feel like I was being a more productive human as well. Not that that should measure my value, but I enjoy being productive. And none of those things have been very consistent. So we need to make them consistent. And that's why that's my word.
I love that.
But also I want to do a bingo card. I've been seeing those on like Instagram or TikTok and those look fun.
Lisa did one. She did one for her like personal life and then she did a celebrity one. I'm still waiting for a picture. Lisa, if you're listening, I'm still waiting for a picture of your bingo card. So we've talked a lot about work and personal life. So how do you find a balance between your personal and professional life?
LOL.
The Gen Zers are cringing at us right now.
I hate it. But like I said earlier, it's a work in progress. Just because I am a very toxic worker in the sense that it's like all I think about. And at one point, I don't really think that that was a bad thing. I think it was good that I was this way because it's gotten me to where I want to be in a sense. I still have further. I want to climb the ladder or a different direction. I want to go altogether. Who knows? My mind changes daily.
I have to interrupt for just a second. Hayley is allergic to cats, and my cat has decided that he really needs to rub all over her while she's sitting here talking.
And it's very hard not to pet him right now. But I know I will touch my eyes.
Yeah.
Because I can't not, and that won't be good.
He's also about to knock down everything. Okay, anyway, sorry, continue.
I lost my train of thought.
Great. Thank you, Stanley.
Basically, I was just saying that I don't think it's bad that I have been such a toxic worker in the sense that all I thought about was work in my 20s because I really wanted to grow and be in a position that I wanted to be in. And because I did that, now I'm almost there. And yeah, I definitely think I'm in a place now where I'm not doing my dream job by any means, but I am in a job that I feel comfortable in and content in. It's flexible. They work very well with me and they believe in me, and I think that's huge for an employer. So all that to say that I finally do feel like I'm at a point in my professional life where I'm pretty content, and I do feel like I'm ready to find more balance between personal and professional now. I just don't know what that looks like yet, but we'll get there one day.
2024.
Maybe.
It's life-work balance.
2024 is the year of consistency, so...
Oh.
maybe I'll be consistent in finding work-life balance.
Perfect. Can't wait to watch you on that life-work balance journey.
Did I say it right? Or did I say it backwards?
Well, it's always been said work-life balance,
Yes.
but I changed it a couple of years ago. I heard someone say life-work balance because life comes first. And
That's the right way.
yes, life work.
And did I say it the right way?
I don't know. I'll have to listen back.
I think I said it the wrong way.
Well,
Life-work balance.
yes. Okay. So to go off life, are you working on any personal projects or hobbies right now? And if so, what are they?
I'm not. Not really. I mean, kind of, but not really. I feel like I'm at a point in my year of 2024 where I just want to kind of take a break from pressuring myself into figuring out my purpose or my success story and just focus on me in the present moment, what I want and need, and just bring more peace into my life.
I love that.
So I guess really all I'm working on right now is I recently rejoined the gym. After having surgery, I was told by my bariatric team that I could only do cardio. And so I just did that at home. And I was unable to do like strength training or weightlifting, which is what I like to do. So getting back into the swing of that now that I can, and trying to grow my social media because I was on a roll. I was on a very big roll.
You were.
And then I just went silent for a while. And
Life happened.
yeah, life happened. And now we're trying to get back in the swing of that. And then, yeah, just working on marriage and figuring out life. Fun stuff.
Aren't we all?
No passion projects. And I hate when people ask me if I have hobbies because I don't. My hobby is
So
watching
sorry.
reality TV.
I will never ask you about a hobby again.
Can. Maybe one day I'll have them. But for now, it's reality TV.
You know, there's nothing wrong with that, honestly. Whatever brings joy to our lives.
Yeah.
Like, who cares what we consume?
Yeah.
I mean, to a point. There are some things that we should not be consuming, but reality TV is, I feel like, totally fine.
Yeah. Diet Coke, we probably shouldn't consume.
You're correct.
But I'm not going to not.
No, I haven't had one today.
Me neither. Look at
Look at
this
us.
go. I almost ordered us sweatshirts today off TikTok that had cans of Diet Coke on them. But then I paused.
Why?
I don't know.
Do it and just charge me on Venmo.
Okay.
I will pay you. We have to wear them. We are the Diet Coke queens.
Yeah.
And I didn't start consuming Diet Coke so Hayley left the first job that we worked at together first. And then about 6 months later, not even 4, I don't know, she brought me over to the company that we are at now. And before that, I don't think I had ever drank a Diet Coke in my life. And I hadn't drank soda in a very, very long time. It used to make me sick. But when I started at this new company, they have little mini fridges all over, and they are full of Diet Coke. So I started drinking one, and I hooked ever since.
Yeah.
And I think that's the point of them, right? To get you hooked.
It is.
But I do limit myself to one a day.
Yeah. That's good.
One can.
I try to only have it when I go into the office or if I'm like out.
Yeah.
But sometimes I just need one, so I'll go get one.
You don't keep your fridge stocked like I do.
No, because I know that I will never get the water in my body that I need because of the human that I am. So I do not bring it into my house.
That's fair. That's probably for the best. Yeah. I know that if I drink more than one, I won't sleep until 2 a.m. And your girl loves her sleep, so. All right. Well, moving away from hobbies, since we don't like that word, what is a recent achievement or milestone that you are proud of?
Back to my weight loss surgery. Here we go. So I'm just proud of myself for taking my health seriously and going through with having gastric sleeve surgery. I have transformed my relationship with food, my self-confidence, and I have lost over 100 pounds. So I'm really proud of just sticking to this new way of life, holding myself accountable and taking care of my body finally. And I think it shows just in the way that my body feels physically, because it's so mind-blowing to me, how different I feel. And I don't know, like sometimes you look in the mirror and you don't really see all the work that you put in. And so it's good to feel that difference. Like when I restarted working out, strength training at the gym, I hadn't done that for a year or two. I don't know, at least a year, but maybe closer to 2. And so I assumed that I was going to die, but I did not. It was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Even then, I remember when I was working out consistently, how much easier it is to move my body. And so that feels really good.
I love that for you. However, I do still get texts. My legs are jello.
Yeah.
Which is all of us.
They are very much jello after every workout there so far. But yeah, I just almost fall down the stairs every time I go home. And then there was one day I worked out and it was like a straight up leg workout. And I had to go buy a 40-pound bag of dog food from Petco because I forgot to have it delivered. And that was fun. I almost fell in front of a car driving as I was walking back out to my car with it because I was stubborn and refused to take it out the cart. But it's not easy. The workouts aren't easy, but it's easier to move my body to do it. But they're still just as freaking hard.
Well, that's good.
Feel it.
That's good.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Well, speaking of challenging workouts, what's a challenge you've recently faced and how did you handle it? I feel like we're in a job interview. Why did I pick this question?
I know. You just want to get really deep. You're a very deep person.
Yes, that's what I'm known for is my deep connections with people. My feelings, letting everyone know my feelings and being very vulnerable.
Yes, we love feelings.
You do.
I do love my feelings. I'm a crier. I'll admit that. I cry for everything. Yes. I cry when I'm happy. I cry when I'm sad. I cry when I'm mad. If I'm frustrated, you can bet I'm crying. I'm very sensitive. I'm very empathetic.
You are.
And I will own that. Yeah. But it does make me angry when I cry when I'm mad because I don't want people to think that they hurt me. It's just I don't know how to regulate my emotions and I'm mad.
We are on two opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes to feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we're such a great match of besties.
Yeah, you can feel my feelings for me.
Yes.
And I can tell you to turn them off, but it doesn't happen.
No.
If only I could give a switch to everyone. Okay, well, what's a challenge you've recently faced?
I kind of touched on this a little bit earlier, but I'm not ready to talk about it yet, so you'll probably have to have me on again when I am.
Fine.
It'll be like a whole nother episode. It'll be fine. You'll get lots of juicy content, lots of...
all the tea from Hayley.
What's on podcast? Listens or...
Streams? I don't know.
Streams.
I'm new to this.
You'll get lots of streams with that one, but... Anyway, like I said, just some big news that I found out like 6 months ago, a little more. And it just really flipped my perspective and my priorities and honestly got me in a bit of a spiral. Like I said, I kind of lost myself a little bit, fell out of my routines and my habits, and I created those habits for myself on my journey, and that just I wasn't sticking to them. Stopped posting to my TikTok and all of those things, and I just kind of lost myself. And I think a lot of people would have thought that I was handling it very well from the outside. I channeled my inner Becca and did not feel my feelings when I was in public. But no one would have known what was actually going on. That I was going through something so difficult and, in my opinion, traumatic. But yeah, it just stopped allowing me to take care of myself, and I should have been taking better care of myself that first year being a post-op bariatric patient, because it is so crucial to healing and redoing like your entire life and relationships with food and just lifestyle. So I think that's part why I chose consistency as my word, just because I recognize that all of these things are not what I should be doing. Like I wasn't taking my vitamins, and I wasn't drinking enough fluids, and I wasn't getting enough protein. And those are all like the top 3 things that you need to do after bariatric surgery, to be successful and not hurt your body, I guess. That's what I recently faced, and I don't know if I handled it. I mean, I think I handled it well.
Jesus
Stanley.
Christ.
You calm yourself.
Stanley just knocked everything over.
Ruining my setup.
Stanley said, we're getting too deep in here. I've got to come
He is your child.
He is. I would say you handled it much better than most people would have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Much better than I would have handled it. That's for damn sure. So even if you feel like you weren't handling it well, and you didn't handle it well when it comes to keeping up with your weight loss stuff and your social media presence, just overall sorry, Stanley's being Stanley. Overall, I feel like you could have gone a lot worse. So
yeah, I could have.
I will props to you.
I could have set some things on fire.
Yeah.
Could have ended up in jail, maybe. I don't know.
I wanted to for you.
I could have just moved to a different country. I don't know. Lots of things that could have happened, but
here we are. Okay, well, we've got time for one more question and then some rapid fire, and then Hayley and I have to go to Texas Roadhouse
and be consistent by eating rolls.
I've been wanting a baked potato for a couple days now.
Moderation is fine.
Yes. Yeah, you can't just like take everything out, then like you'll find yourself binging.
Yeah.
So based on everything we've talked about, how do you feel you have grown or evolved recently?
I feel like I've evolved in a lot of different ways. I've become a more confident person, partially because I'm not as heavy, but part because I had a job that supported me, and just believed in me. And I think that gave me a lot of confidence to be able to just talk about my recommendations and opinions on different things. And that transferred over into being more confident on social media and in real life. But I also just feel like part of that confidence has come from pushing myself to post on social media, even though I felt very stupid, which I'm sure you can relate as you are creating a podcast. But
yes.
As someone who did not like the way they looked and was so self-critical over everything they did and looked like, and all the things, like posting to social media and focusing on myself was so scary, but I just did it, and I kept doing it, and I may fall off, but I'm going to get back on it. And it became a lot easier, and I think that really, really grew my confidence. And I just feel like a whole new person in that aspect. And yeah, I think I've grown in the way that I think about myself. I value myself more than I did in the past, and I feel like I've been listening more to like what I want and need as a human. And I don't want that to come off as like I only value myself now because I have lost weight. I think the journey that I have been taking as I've been losing weight is helping me rediscover myself, take back myself and my life, and like the journey I'm on is what is helping me realize the value in myself. And it's not directly correlated to my weight loss, even though that does play a part in it.
Yes. What a great way to end, besides these rapid fire questions we have. Okay, rapid fire. Don't even think about it. Just answer. Looking ahead, what are you most excited about in the short term?
Getting back into a routine. losing more weight, moving into a new apartment because the one I'm in now sucks. We love a fresh start, and just getting more active on my social media again.
Yes. What's a piece of advice you've received that has stuck with you?
My college drawing professor once said this to me, and it sticks with me every single day of my life, and it is ask for forgiveness, not for permission. Do I follow that advice all the time? No, because I'm an anxious person and I need permission for things, but it does play a major role in it. I do question a lot of stuff now, wondering if I actually just need to go for it versus playing it safe. Yeah. More or less is how I took that.
2024 is the journey of just going for it.
Yeah, we're just going for it.
How do you stay motivated and inspired in your daily life?
Relating this to my weight loss journey, just watching other weight loss surgery patients and their journeys on TikTok or on Instagram. They have such good ideas and tips, and their success motivates me to keep going because I know that I can do it when I see that they're doing it. And yeah, they are what motivate me. There's a whole community out there if you didn't know. So check it out if you're considering it or thinking about weight loss surgery, or even if you're just interested in what all it entails, because they're great. They're all great humans.
And the first person you should follow is Taking Back Hayley.
Yes, follow me.
Yes. All right, last question. If you could send a message to your younger self, what would it be?
Stop comparing your success to other people's success. It looks different for everyone, and instead focus on what makes you happy.
I love that. Thank you for joining me as my first ever guest.
Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you for joining me. We're going to go to Roadhouse, but before we go, Hayley, let everyone know where they can find you.
You can find me in my bed watching reality TV. But also, you can find me and follow my journey on Taking Back Hayley on Instagram and TikTok. Taking.back.Hayley. Hayley. Don't forget the Y in my name because that is very important and it's a cool way to spell Hayley. So, Becca will put this in the show notes or whatever you do so you can come follow me. Love to have you follow me on my journey. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, anytime.
I'm glad to be the first. I mean, who else would be the first?
Honestly. Honestly, though.
Thanks for taking me on this journey.
Thank you for going on this journey with me.
I'll always support your dreams and aspirations.
When I can't find anyone to be on it, I'll just make you be on it.
Yeah. I'll always have stuff to talk about.
Well, yeah, we could just sit and chat. All right. Thank you, everyone, for listening. I'll catch you next Monday.
Okay, bye.